Alright, I am back, and we got Miss Lemmywinks here for the pup date. There's a good look at Lemmywinks as she's coming along, getting much older, a little bit bigger now. So for any and all that are interested in the pup date, there's my puppy Lemmywinks, and she is doing well. Alright, Lemmy, go play. Okay, let's get on to the beer. We got this bad boy right here. Look at that colorful fish. This is from Structures Brewing out of Bellingham, Washington. Structures right there, if I could get it right. This one is coming to us at 8.2%, a double IPA, and this one's called Foreman Void. It is a double IPA brewed with our favorite blend of malts and hopped with the intention to create a flavor reminiscent of a basket of juicy oranges and mangoes. We hope you enjoy. So there's that. Once more, there's the label. Let's crack it. This is going to be a whole lot of Washington State. Got my beer glass here from one of the local breweries. Let's go ahead and pour this, give it a little taste, and then we can commence with the shave. So cheers, guys. Looks like we got a bright orange color here, very vibrant. Looks like straight fruit juice, to be honest. Like, oh yeah, very nice citrus fruit coming off the top. Very, very nice. Goddamn, that is good shit. Bold flavors here. Definitely, they pretty much hit the nail on the head on this one. There is some malt backbone there, but it is definitely not overpowering the citrus and the mango. Very vibrant, very full-bodied. It's like a punch in the face with those fruit flavors. Very well done, and it's got a nice medium bitterness to boot. It's no slouch in that department, so very, very good. Oh, yeah, that is to be cherished. Alright. The soap and aftershave for the day is coming from AA Shaving out of Oak Harbor, Washington. Gotta remember, I always want to say Gig Harbor. But out of Oak Harbor, Washington State. Very nice side label as well. Waterproof. Kind of has this glossy finish to it. It looks very nice. And this kind of looks like a nice cup of black coffee. And they're sitting right beside the lake in the morning. Beautiful, beautiful label. I'm really liking it. The progression of AA Shaving is very fun to watch. So it says essential oils of cedarwood, blackwood, florazone, amber, coffee, mardama, sylvamber, and oak moss. So, a few that I'm unfamiliar with. Things getting a little bit weird there, but those are the essential oils nonetheless. And there's a good look at the ingredients as well, if you want to get a better look at those. This is a tallow shave soap. And there's a look at the soap itself. It is firm, but not so firm you can't push into it with a bit of pressure. It is kind of marbled. It has this very light tan, very light beige, and then also like white spots. It's kind of like a marbled between the beige and white. Alright, let's put that off to the side. We already have it whipped up here in our Lancaster Razorwork shave bowl. Very nice looking lather. There's that sexy bowl, a staple of my daily shaves. I was gonna use my trotter brush, but I've been using that one a lot lately. So we're gonna go with our good old faithful Lancaster brush right here, and this one is the Lancaster V1 Badger Knot on top, which has a nice minimal amount of gelling, which really makes those tips feel fantastic. Let's go ahead and wet the face and get into this. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody had a good day when you're watching this. I had a good day today. Always full of surprises every day when you're working as a relief at the post office, but still ended up being a pretty easy day regardless of the shaky start. Alright, so this could be bought at the Razor Company for $20. It comes in a 4-ounce tub, and like I said, it is a tallow soap. We are going to use a little bit of pre-shave today. This is Murphy and McNeil's pre-shave. They call it the Frost Rune. So they have the regular rune and then the Frost Rune, and the Frost Rune has a wee bit of menthol in it. So I'm just going to dunk it in the water and then slather some on the skin real quick. And then we'll go ahead and move forward with our lather. It's funny, it does kind of have like a face, like a skin scrub type feel to it when I apply it this way. I don't know, back in the day there used to be like these like face cleansers or face scrubs, and it would kind of have that feel on the skin. It was like a gentle scrub. It's kind of what I'm feeling right now with this one. Not that it's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't mind it. So, the scent on this one is inspired by the Cascade Mountain Ranges in Washington State. And particularly he points out like having a nice Colombian dark roast black coffee in the morning in late spring by a lake by the Cascades. So really trying to pinpoint the location when he is trying to take you there with this scent, and we will see if he achieves that today. Alright, got it pretty well worked into the skin. I'm going to go ahead and dry my fingers off because they're slippery now. That mentholated pre-shave, very low level menthol, very low entry level menthol, but it does feel nice on the skin because it is kind of warm in this bathroom. Alright, grab some soap and let's get right into it. So, unlike some other AA shaving releases, I have been hearing a ton, actually, of good feedback about Quiesco here. I know this isn't his first release in the newer base, but for whatever reason, this one seems to be getting more accolades than some of the past, and it might just be purely based off of the scent alone. Maybe people thought this scent was more interesting than previous scents. I don't know, I can't speak for them, but I have been noticing a lot of praise for this one. I think people are generally enjoying it, and I'll tell you right now, I'm enjoying it. The scent on this one is very approachable. It's not cologne-like, in my opinion, although I haven't really gave the dry down a test just yet. But I'm going to go ahead and dip the tips, add a little bit more water here. Kind of seems like it was a tad thick. Not that it's the end of the world, but might as well make the adjustment while I'm here. So yeah, so we got the kind of woods are very prominent in my opinion. There is kind of like this briny, like aquatic note to it. I don't really know what is exactly contributing to that. We'll continue talking about the scent in a second. This bad boy is the Charcoal Goods Level 2 razor, and this one is also a product out of Washington, or at least it used to be. Let me grab a blade here. Forgot to load it up before the shave, so we're going to be using this old Polsilver Blade here. on its third use. Go ahead and put this all together real quick. There we go. Charcoal goods head on top of a Alpha Shaving Company Outlaw handle. Let's get right into this. So I do notice like this aquatic note coming through. It's just kind of dancing on top of the woods, in my opinion. It's not, it's definitely not the star of the show. I would say the woods are the star of the show. It also has that black coffee in it. Which, at least in the soap itself, I don't think it is super prominent either. It kind of comes and goes. It's like sometimes I smell a lot of that woods with a tinge of black coffee, and then other times I smell a lot of that woods with a tinge of aquatics, and it's just kind of keeping my brain guessing, my nose guessing, and it's honestly kind of a unique and enjoyable experience. It's not just one note being drawn out over 15 minutes. It's kind of like, it's almost like they're taking turns in the spotlight. And I don't mind that at all, because it's making this more interesting. I absolutely love this razor. One of my favorite razors in my collection. Used to actually be manufactured in my city, Yakima, Washington. But sometime during the pandemic, they relocated to California, and they really haven't done a whole lot since. But I hope they get back up and running, full production soon, because Charcoal Goods was one of the good ones, man. They definitely made really high quality products, and I absolutely love my level 2. I'm never getting rid of it. Alright, first pass went well. That menthol, still super low level, nothing at all to be afraid of. Absolute beginners, and even menthol, people who hate menthol could probably deal with this level of menthol. It is super low. If it was me, I would definitely recommend that they bump up the level of menthol used in that frost rune, but I have a high tolerance to menthol, so maybe my opinion is a little bit skewed there. But regardless, the shave soap, no problems whatsoever. Very nice slickness, and that's something that I've been hearing with those people talking in the community is, you know, it's one thing that the scent seems to be going over well and people are enjoying the scent, but I think people are actually giving Austin, they're giving him his props for the soap base that he has developed here. Very nice, very enjoyable, really not lacking for nothing, and really proud of the dude, Washington Artisan. He's got my full support. I got every single one of his releases thus far. I've tested stuff for him, given feedback, whether wanted or unwanted. But real good dude, and I've gotten to know Austin We've traded things. He sent me samples of other artisans. He's a real one. He's a community member. He's not just here to profit off of our niche community. He's actually part of the community. He's a big fan himself of Talbot shaving. So he gave me one time, or he showed me a spreadsheet of how shave nerdy he got with his Talbot collection. So he's a big Talbot fan. He sent me a ton of samples from Talbot so that I could just see the different scents that I was interested in. Really, really generous. I appreciated that, and I didn't forget it. That was very, very cool of him. And just talking with him, just chopping it up, talking with him, talking shaving and other things. Real cool dude. Meeting him in person at the Pacific Northwest Wet Shavers meetup was an absolute pleasure, especially seeing him and Paul from Trotter and other members from the Facebook group. It was a real cool thing to experience. And you know, when you meet these other hobbyists in person, it really kind of solidifies those friendships that you had purely online or from a customer artisan basis. You know, it's one thing to have a good relationship with an artisan, but at the end of the day, you're still just a customer. But getting to meet Austin and talk shaving with Austin outside of his brand has really made me consider him a friend within this community. And I'm just happy that he seems to be getting praise and recognition for this latest soap base and this latest release of his with Quiesco. And I definitely urge you, if you see some of his older stuff on the buy-sell trades, pick it up, because I don't really think he's missed yet. The most polarizing one was probably Oak Ash Thorn, but I think if you keep an open mind, you can definitely find things to appreciate about it, even if at first sniff it throws you off. But other than that, all the other releases were absolutely fantastic and really approachable. Really good stuff. So, goddamn, with the moisture I added back into that lather that was trapped in the beard, I could basically lather up for another pass, but we're not going to. We're good now. 2 passes with the Charcoal Goods level 2, and with pretty much any razor, really, honestly. Pretty much gets me to BBS or close enough. Let's go ahead and get this lather off, and then we will give some thoughts on this aftershave. Got the Lancaster Razor Works bluish purple towel. Blurple, I think he calls it. We'll go ahead and get the bulk of that lather off, and then we will move on. So really not leaving me wanting for anything. I think that soap checks all the boxes. Definitely up there with other top artisans. And I'd say if you had any interest in AA shaving, I'd say there's nothing really to worry about. Go ahead, give it a shot. I think you'll be pleased. Alright, I'll go ahead and get the rest of the lather out of the beard off cam. So, we're gonna finish with this AA Shaving Quiesco Aftershave Splash. Again, very nice label. There's a look at that side. There's a look at the ingredients: witch hazel, glycerin, candula oil, vitamin E, and essential oils. We're going to go ahead and give it a nice shake. And look at this, boys. When you bitch about shit stricters, you end up getting quality, industry standard restrictors. And that's what we like to see. I will say, much like Male Grooming out of Canada, how their aftershave is a bit thick, you can go light with this one. It spreads very nicely. It spreads very well. And a little bit goes a long way. It's kind of oily, but when you go light, spread a thin layer, it's going to leave your skin feeling fantastic. Alright. So that pretty much does it. Still woody, maybe a little bit more coffee in the aftershave. But it's also a little bit less bold and banging in the aftershave. It's a little bit less strong. But the soap was just fine. The soap was at least 6 out of 10, maybe more. Very, very enjoyable. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. I'll catch you on the next one. Check out some AA shaving. Cheers.